Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of, do you think that everyone has a unique personality? Well, just to put it bluntly, I do think that everybody has some sort of unique personality. Now, what I do find interesting when I say unique is that I also think that even though we are unique in our own way, I think everyone is also trying to be part of a sort of a pack in a way. Be part of a society, be part of basically to belong. So in order to belong, we are also trying to, in our own uniqueness, trying to find people who maybe think in the same way as us, because if we can find people who are like-minded individuals, as people say, well, first of all, you're going to have less arguments. Second of all, you're also going to be able to maybe explore things within your realm of thought and even become a better person. But also it is important to maybe explore people who have different beliefs, who have different ways of life, who have different ways of thinking, because that also opens up one's mind to maybe also changing. And yes, the fact of being unique is important, but also the fact of belonging is important. That's why also being too unique sometimes is not really prone to giving people success. Basically, if they want to be part of a society, it's kind of like saying, I'm so unique that I don't want to live during the day. I just want to live at night. I'm going to do everything at night and just when nobody's there. And yeah, I guess you could live that way, and some people do live that way, but then maybe finding a job, having some sort of social life, all that stuff tends to become a little bit more difficult. Not impossible, but it does present its challenges. But I do think that uniqueness is good, and the fact that we're able to express ourselves is actually good too. But then at the same time, because society does want people to live in a certain way, in a specific way, being it could be just like, I want to, you have to have the 9-to-5 job, you have to have a family at a certain age, you have to eat this kind of food, that kind of food, you have to like this, obey the laws in certain ways. And of course you have to obey the laws, because if you don't do that, there's just chaos. And at the same time, if you are just not willing to work, not willing to pay taxes, not willing to do all these things, well, then you can't really be part of society. But the beauty of it in some way is that the world is a very large place, and at the same time I feel like maybe, again, you got to find the like-mindedness in yourself, in other people, in order to be prone. And I think if you're too unique in some ways, well, that might not be good. But at the same time, through history, definitely, I think that whenever there's been things like racism, feminism, slavery, hate crimes, all these things, a lot of that stuff did stem from the fact that some people were different than the majority of other people. They were unique in their own way. And because of the ignorance of maybe the olden days, and maybe the ignorance of people just from not being educated or from not understanding things that are different than what they are, because what isn't understood is always more difficult to accept in some way. It's just kind of the way that our brain works. We have a sort of level of comfort, and when we get out of that level of comfort, life just feels difficult, and we feel unprotected, and we feel like we're not going to make it. So because of that, we sometimes create hate. But I do think that now with time, we're getting a little bit wiser as human beings. We're starting to get more education and maybe understanding that maybe different, being unique, being not exactly like a lot of society wants, is actually not that bad. It might actually be okay, And that's why I'm saying that being unique might not be such a bad thing. So just be unique your own way, maybe not so unique that you can't work in society, but try to find your personality. And definitely everybody has different likes and wants, so no matter what you want to do or how you want to be, everybody is unique in their own way. That's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.